What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Thursday, February 17th, and yes, I'm giving you some breaking news. This just came in within the past couple hours, and yes, President Joe Biden of the United States is issuing an executive order to regulate cryptocurrency by next week. Now, I'm actually really excited about this and why I think this will set us in a new hyper-parabolic bull market that we've been waiting for so long. Now, everything I'm about to say in this video is just my own financial opinion. None of this is financial advice. It's just for your financial entertainment. So please do your own due diligence and research and make sure to invest safely, because don't just watch my video, but please plan accordingly to your own funds and make sure you don't invest more than what you're willing to lose. Now, with that said, be sure to like that button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to join our Patreon page. And most importantly, as always, please avoid those scammers in the comments below. I'll never reach out to you via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So let's see what's going on with the market. So as you guys know, this executive order was something that we were kind of all looking forward to. And we're going to understand, what does this pretty much inform? And know this, we are not banning crypto. US Biden is not banning crypto. It is regulating it. And that means that there's going to be a lot of protection around the cryptocurrency market, and things are going to look quite juicy in the next couple months. So has the market been affected by this? It has slightly been affected by this. Originally, we were at around $42,000, $41,000. Now we're at $40,000. But know this, the cryptocurrency market hasn't even taken a large dip. It hasn't had an 80 or even 50% correction. It's only around 7% at the time of this recording. Now, if it dips even further, I'm actually dollar cost averaging, because personally, all this news has actually made me very, very excited. This is what I've been waiting for. And this is what's going to send Bitcoin and all these other cryptocurrencies to new all-time highs. That's going to send it in a hyper-parabolic. Notice that I don't just say parabolic. I'm saying hyper-parabolic, where everything is just euphoria, and you guys are going to feel all sorts of feelings, like FOMO is going to kick in and everything. Now, right now, even with the fear and greed index, we are at 52. Now, this could change in the next 24 hours, because this updates every 24 hours. But the next 3 hours, we will see where the sentiment is of this. So please check this out, fear and greed index on Google, and stay up to date. But this, I think, will go a little bit further, but I just don't think it's going to go down to the extreme fear. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Now, we need to know that Bitcoin itself has been growing since its launch in 2009. Now, in 2009, all the way up until then, it's only grown substantially. This is why Bitcoin is doing so well. Now, you want to understand, what is this regulation going to involve? Well, his idea of an executive order is to provide more understanding around crypto regulation, because it's always been kind of drifting off. We're not sure when this is going to happen. And also, we're waiting for Bitcoin ETFs to be approved within the United States, but the SEC and Gary Gensler just delay it. And whenever people in the SEC delay things in terms of approval for an ETF, that's only bullish news for me, because they haven't banned it or stopped it. They're just delaying it. Now, what does this bill executive order do? It directs the Treasury, State Department, and the Attorney General to study CBDC, which is central bank digital currency. The FSOC will study financial stability of the crypto market. The AG CFPB to look at digital assets impact on the market competition, and directs SEC and CFTC to look at the market protection, because again, we need to know that leverage trading is one of the biggest problems happening right now in the crypto space. People in the leverage trading world have been kind of affecting the Bitcoin price, which affects the overall market. And when people take advantage of that, it's because there's no regulatory clarification that's been released to the public, knowing that this is helping protect the consumers, the retail investors like us. So this is going to be really huge. So that means these guys are going to step in and start helping the crypto market have clarity around things. This is huge. I'm so excited for this, and this was breaking news by Yahoo Finance today. Now, in that regard, Bitcoin Magazine just came out with this article saying the Bureau's new virtual asset exploitation unit will focus on blockchain analysis, cryptocurrency seizures, and staff training. As you guys know, there was a recent event where 2 individuals had stolen billions of dollars of Bitcoin using Bitfinex years ago. And so this is helping solidify some protection for the cryptocurrency market. And by the way, you may be fearful of this article. This is one of the most important things, is that we need to get the government involved, not to mess with the people's money, but to have oversight to protect the consumer, right? So this is huge to me. Now, when we move forward, the FBI may get involved in the transactions and study the analytics around Bitcoin and understanding how it works. But know this, the criminal activity for Bitcoin total at a new all-time low of 0.15% in 2021, which is huge. That means there really isn't much going on in terms of criminal activity. Now, is there scams? Are there frauds? Of course there are, but it doesn't compare to how the US dollar, which is untraceable, how much criminal activity is built around the world. And it's because the US dollar has been around for years upon decades, and that's just because it's just been around too long. So people have a larger criminal history around that. Now, other things that are going around the world, why the US is doing this is because, say for instance, right here, the Belarusian president has signed a decree in support of Bitcoin and crypto circulating freely in the country. Again, other countries are adopting this much faster. You remember just 2 years ago, countries weren't even doing this. This is huge. 2022 is a big year for all of us. And also, Russia is going to reveal to its own citizens, to its own political system, the laws around crypto, right? And we expect that that's going to happen by end of next week. But what's great about this is, the reason the US is trying to hop on board with trying to do this really fastly is because they realize their competitor, Russia, is adopting this Bitcoin. And if the US does not hop on board, we're going to be too late. And that's why they're executive ordering this quickly, as fast as possible. And not only that, Russia is allowing Bitcoin mining in the regions and is having a tax incentive for people who want to mine. And that kind of goes right here where Russia invites Bitcoin adoption, allowing other miners to come in to have tax incentives. And also not just that, electricity tax incentives as well, because as we know, Bitcoin is built on proof of work, so it takes up a lot of energy. So Russia is saying, we're going to offer that to you, the electricity for you, and we're going to give you tax incentives for that. So that's really huge. And in other news, Fidelity's Bitcoin ETF has actually launched in Europe. And again, like other countries are moving way faster than America, right? Yeah, America may have the strongest dollar in the world and is the currency of the world, but why are these other countries beating them? It's because the US is going to be left behind, and US does not want that. And recently, as you guys know, the Canadian government has decided to cease and desist all financial institutions and also wallets and accounts of holders, of people, of clients, of retail investors who have contributed, who have donated to the Freedom Convoy at the border. Now, this is really huge, and I'm sure you've seen other YouTubers talking about this, but if a government has the power to cease your money from being moved, that means that is centralized, and that means they have control over your funds. That means you have no power over your money. This is exactly why Bitcoin was created. This is exactly why Bitcoin is being used right now across the world. And this is going to be the digital currency of the world. Keep that in mind. And because of this event, recently, we have had a US Congressman, Warren Davidson, who created a bill that should be introduced and hopefully passed that would allow you to keep your coins. This was sparked because of the event that happened in Canada. And with that, it is the ability of a covered user to use virtual currency or its equivalent for such a user's own purpose, such as to purchase real or virtual goods and services for the user's own use, or conduct transactions through a self-hosted wallet. And the reason this is so important is because, like, say for instance, what if I wanted to donate these funds over to a nonprofit? What if it was to donate to a movement, a positive movement, such as Black Lives Matter or the women's rights movement, but all of a sudden the government ceases my bank account because I donated to this? Well, this is what this is supposed to do. This is supposed to protect you, your money, and protect your wallet so that you have the rights and ownership of your own funds. So again, this is all happening so fast, and all because we are seeing that our own country, the United States, is pushing for this executive order for next week. Now, in conclusion, if you ask me, what are my thoughts on this? I am so bullish because of this. This is something that I've been waiting for a couple years now. And I just want this to happen as soon as possible, because rather than dragging this ETF, this Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETF, and dragging it out for so long, They've been waiting for this to happen, which is Biden issuing this executive order. We're gonna have different departments now overseeing these crypto assets and crypto lending exchanges and forums. And can you believe this? Just 2 years ago, this was not even an issue. But today, Thursday, February 17th, we are in the movement. We're on the roadmap heading there. So guys, if we see a dip, I just see buying opportunities. That's just my own financial opinion. So I will be buying in dollar cost averaging because again, I expect and predict we're gonna hop into a hyper parabolic bull market. So guys, with that said, be sure to like that button if you like what you heard, subscribe to the channel, be sure to join our Patreon page, and I will see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching Cryptolution. Register on our Patreon page for our insider training tips and more. And don't forget to click on the affiliates link below to receive sign-up bonuses and access the Global Crypto Assets Exchange. Invest safely, and we'll see you on the next episode of Cryptolution.